This page is the site section of Elanat. Elanat is a new CMS under ASP.NET Core. Elanat is free and open source. Systems similar to Elanat are content management systems such as WordPress, Drupal, and Joomla. Also, the Microsoft SharePoint system is similar to Elanat. In this video, we review this Elanat very briefly. We enter the admin section of Elanat and explain things like components, system and plugins. You will see this page once you have installed Elanat. As you can see, the page speed is very good. The high execution speed is due to the use of the powerful code behind Framework on ASP.NET Core. Elanat is a very powerful system and has a very modern, advanced and unique structure. Elanat is add-on oriented, and in its implementation, a lot of attention has been paid to the independent architecture of the server side. The top of the page is the header and the bottom of the page is the footer. It is on the right side of the menu. We can personalize the Elanat site section. We can change the default page. Add add-ons. Add a place for the left menu or remove this place for the right menu. A personalized sample is available on the reference website elanat.net. You can easily change the default page. We enter the website from the top right menu. After the login page opens, we enter the username and password and then click on the login button. A message will be displayed to us and we enter the admin page. Before we explain the admin section, we enter the website section again. Click on the login icon on the right side of the page. As you can see, the top menu on the right has been changed and a member page menu has been added to the menu on the right. We can grant access to all data in Elanat based on different roles. We return to the admin section. You will see the following page after logging into Elanat. In the upper part of the image on video, you can see the names of Elanat systems. Home content uses tools appearance file and directory add-on systems in Elanat are made up of interdependent components and modules and extra helpers. In the admin section, you can see several icons on the side of the Elanat logo. These are Elanat's extra helpers. At the bottom of this section, you will see icons that are surrounded by a dashed frame. These are the modules options page. Brief description of all Elanat core components about. This component updates Elanat and displays the version number of Elanat and the latest news of Elanat.net. Add content. As the name suggests, this component is for adding, also editing, content. You can add content based on the role of users, set the image and icon of the content. Set a desired date so that the content is automatically displayed on that date, and other features. To get familiar with the function of this component, we search for a content from the internet and copy it in the content text section. You can see the result in the site section. The add content component has many features for publishing content. We try to assign a new video only to the add content component. Approval comment. If you have not ticked the content comment is free checkbox for some categories or contents. You can confirm user comments in this component before displaying them on the website. Approval content. If you have determined that the creation of content for one or more user groups requires approval, in this component you can approve or delete content that requires approval. Attachment. In this component, you can add types of attachments and edit previous attachments and give access to some attachments for some user roles or leave a password on the attachments. You can assign each attachment to several contents. Here we add some content and you can see the result. Category. In this component, give a category or subcategory to each website and give a unique template and style to the category and determine the access of roles. Comment. In this component, you can edit and delete the comments of members or guests or add a new comment. Component. The component itself has a component management page. In Elanat, a component is a component. In this component, you can manage all components and determine the access of members, including adding, deleting, editing, deleting yourself, and editing yourself. Are you surprised by Elanat's wonderful architecture? This is just a small part of Elanat's wonderful structure. Configuration. The configuration component is one of the most powerful components of Elanat and was created for people with medium to high knowledge. In the configuration component, you can configure Elanat through the file editor. In this component, have complete control over scheduled tasks, references, URL rewrites, URL redirects, security items, and many other items. Contact. In the contact component, you can see the calls of users along with their attachments and write replies to them. Content. In this component, you can manage the created content. Dashboard. Dashboard is the default component of Elanat Management Panel. This component is a beautiful panel that gives information about the activities of the current day. Gives an overview of website information and allows you to manage it quickly. Editor Template. Editor Template is one of Elanat add-ons that includes a component management page. Editor Templates add-ons are part of an HTML page template. Each of the editor templates helps content writers use a ready-made template to create pages faster and more organized. Extra Helper. Extra Helper is also one of the Elanat add-ons that includes a component management page. Extra Helpers are add-ons that only shown in admin section of Elanat Framework and only administrators access to these add-ons. File Manager. The File Manager component is used to manage files and directories. In this component, you can create files, create directories, upload files, delete and edit files. Footprint. The Footprint component is a log that stores user activity. You can see all user activities in this component. Note that log in Elanat refers to system errors that are stored in the app_data, log, path, and there is no name of log in the Footprint component. Item. Item components form parts of a page. Item can be HTML or JavaScript codes to be added in different menus. The item component supports the translation of variants and gives great browsing power to website designers. The item also supports role access. Language. In the language component, you can add a new language package and manage existing packages and add new words and sentences to previous language packages or edit or delete existing words and sentences. The language package has a static file, a dynamic file and separate language files for plugins. By entering the elanat.net website and entering the language package page, you can access the language packages available in Elanat. Link. The link component is for managing links and you can place links in different menus. Menu. Menus are part of a website. Each menu in Elanat's menu component is added in Elanat's static locations and supports access to roles. Modules, plugins, items, links, and fetches can be placed inside the created menus. Menu locations list. Header bar right, header bar left, header bar box, header menu, header 1, header 2, menu, after header, before content, after content, right menu, left menu, before footer. Footer menu, footer 1, footer 2, footer bar right, footer bar left, footer bar box. Module. Module is also one of the Elanat add-ons that includes a component management page. Modules and plugins are a kind of add-on that can be displayed in any part of the website. Add-ons in Elanat Framework that being able to display, provide separate management for the add-on, are called modules. Options. Options component manages security, debug, active, email. Date and time, file and directory, cache and delay settings. These settings are stored in the config.xml file located in the app_data, config, path. Page. The page is a type of add-on that is displayed in the site section of the Elanat framework. The page can be static or dynamic. The page component supports the translation of variants and supports access to roles. It also supports types of meta and head tags and executable tags after loading and other cases. Plugin. Plugin is also one of the Elanat add-ons that includes a component management page. Add-ons that are purely visual and do not have a management page are called plugins. Profile. Profile component displays user information, and all information of the current user with the administrator role type can be changed in it. Password, email, language, template, style, user group. Date and time and other user information can be changed in this component. Properties. The Properties component manages the settings related to properties, view and include. These settings are stored in the config.xml file located in the app_data, config, path. Recycle bin. You can recover content that you deleted by mistake or for any other reason in the recycle bin component. Currently, the recycle bin component only supports content. And it is possible that it will support other components in the future. Refresh. The refresh component refreshes some data, recreates some and deletes others. The most important part of this component is the ability to start the application again. This possibility is very important because in Elanat architecture a lot of data is placed on memory and the data that is changed manually needs to be called again. In this component, cache, session, and cookie information can be restored, cache files, log files, temporary files, and footprint data can also be deleted. Content response. Content response is a message that is added to the content. In this video, we add the message, copying the image of the content is prohibited, in a content. You can see the result in the website section. If you have the ability to create an add-on, with some ideation, the content reply component can be used more effectively. Things like excellent articles and winning content awards and honors, etc. Role. Roles can be defined for users in the role component. Each role is a type of role including one of guest, member and admin. In addition to the access of the rules to the parts of Elanat, we also have bit rules in this component. Each of the bit rules specifies what additional possibilities the user will have and what he is deprived of. For example, it can upload a file, or it can write HTML or JavaScript, etc. In the role component, only the role bits can be specified, and to give access to other Elanat-related items, they must be directly referred to. For example, access to a module for a role is determined only in the module component. Group. Each group includes one or more roles and one group can be assigned to each user. If the group includes two roles, one of which has access and the other does not, access in Elanat determines the role that has access. Site. By adding multiple sites in the site component, Multiple websites can be implemented on one domain. Each website will have its own language, template, style, pages, logo, calendar, clock, categories, menus, etc. And some items can be shared between websites. The site component supports role access. Statistics. The statistics component displays server and browser information. Admin template. The admin template component is related to the template of the admin section of the website. Admin template is an XML file that specifies the layout of the HTML tags of the admin section. The XML tags of the admin template file can support variants. Admin style. For the style of the admin section, each style is a CSS file that is made to match a template. Site template. Also, the site template component is related to the template of the site section of the website. Site template is an XML file that specifies the layout of the HTML tags of the site section. The XML tags of the site template file can support variants. Site style. Similarly, for the style of the site section, each style is a CSS file that is made to be compatible with a template. Elanat is a new system that was introduced in May 2023 and until now, September 2023, other than the default template and style, no other items are available. Therefore, we do not know how the compatibility between templates and new styles will go in the future. We mean that in this case the taste and preference of Elanat users is important and will determine the fate of compatibility between templates and new styles. User. The user component allows you to manage users. You can add new users and delete or edit existing users. View. The view component is a powerful tool for you to display any part of your website as you like. This component exists in the Elanat core and is located in the Appearance System section by default. Each view is activated based on the path parameters and query string you want. You can create a view using the following match types. Full match, none query. All queries exist. Start by, end by, regex. Then you can do the following. Block the location you want from being created and displayed. Connect with styles that support views and customize text colors and background colors of styles. Choose a style and template for the view. Add whatever you want in the head section of HTML pages. For example, you can add an image to the background for some categories, and in another example, remove the left and right locations from the main page. An example. We want to remove the right menu for the About page. We consider a name for the new view. We set the match type to exist and enter the phrase, page_content equals about, in the query string text box. Activate the View active tick and click on the Add View button. You can see the results in the Site section. By using the View component in Elanat, you can give the desired display style to different parts of the website and color different parts with different styles. Fetch. Fetch is also one of the Elanat add-ons that includes a component management page. Fetch is an add-on that combines database queries with HTML tags and can be displayed on any page or add-on from the Elanat framework. This add-on can be run without displaying the values and make changes in the database only after running. The fetch component allows the user to extract database data and then combine it with HTML tags or other values and display these values in any part of the website he or she wants. This component is very powerful and practical and does a lot of work. For example, show avatars of online users, list of latest content by time. The list of the latest content based on the number of views. List of tags of the week. Create RSS. Create a sitemap. Grant temporary access. Delete content after display and many other things in a small example. We add a list of all component names in one of the site section menus. You can display this list however you want. Here we add a style to the UL tag so that the color of our list becomes orange. You can see the result in the site section. The fetch component in Elanat is similar to the views module in Drupal. Patch. Patch is also one of the Elanat add-ons that includes a component management page. After installing this add-on, it creates a series of changes in Elanat Framework and has no page to display. Before the video ends, please note two things. Firstly, Elanat is a brand new system that is less than 5 months old at the time of creating the video. Second, Elanat recently migrated to ASP.NET Core, so there may be small bugs in Elanat. You can see the list of bugs detected after the latest version of Elanat on the current errors page on the elanat.net website. If you see a problem outside of this list, you can report this problem on the error report page. Elanat is the most powerful system under .NET. In the future, we will add more videos so that you can learn more about the architecture and functionality of Elanat.